Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is Oliver Wiedmaier at Ollie underscore all caps on Twitter. Today I'm going to be going over a market review and watch list for the week of March 7th through the 11th. This week we had 170 highs. I'm sorry, on Friday, 3-4, we had 170 high and 358 low. We are continually having more lows than highs, and price action is clearly indicating we are very much in the bear market. So without further ado, let's go over some charts. Okay, so here we have the SPY, and we had some, fairly relatively speaking tight action here for a few days, and then we had this kind of gap down on Friday the 4th, and it did get bought up a bit after let's see. Yeah, I mean, it's just super choppy. All like this is such an ugly bar, big bar down, big bar up, and then big bar up, and then it gets bought down, and then it's just super choppy and really hard to trade. Anyways, we did reject for the uh 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6, 7, 8 times we've rejected the 21 EMA, and we are in this constant downtrend, and so I think that is, for me, I have 3 key areas. I know a lot of people talk about key areas, but for me, uh, the 3 key areas is the 21 EMA, this downtrend line somewhere in this area for, it depends on where we are, but um, relatively speaking, for as of I record this 441, 434 kind of area. And this 420.76 is a big area that I think a lot of people have their eyes on. We look at the weekly, it's just getting choppy and ugly, and these bars are really, really bad. And so, we had what we thought was a really good week 2 weeks ago, and it was fairly speaking, but again, we gapped down and closed lower than the close on last week. So we'll move on from there. We look at the Qs, very similar price action, rejecting the 21 in May. We came out of the downtrend and then got bought back down. And then I've had this key area here for a 342 for weeks now. And we're below that. And 334 is the next one, the next cliff. If you shorted with me at 380, you'll still be in really good shape. I got tricked. I think this bar I covered my short, but that's okay. We look at IWM, same thing. Not able to get going. A lot of gap ups and a lot of gap down. I do want to make note. Well, we'll look at ARK real quick. Steady downtrend. I almost got tricked. I almost bought this here and I didn't. And I'm glad. Would have been a nice 3-bar move, but I'm looking for the bigger move. I do want to say, if you are trying to utilize leveraged inverse ETFs, SPXU is the ultra short for S&P. For me, I'm going to wait for 1638. I will buy very small here, keep it very tight. But then I'm going to really focus on the retest. So it might take a couple of days. But if we get back to the 21, I will plan on adding pretty heavy, but with a tight stop, because the likelihood of us rejecting it, in this case, it would be acting as support, since it's the reverse. So that's where I would be watching and paying attention if you do plan on going short via the inverses. I do want to make note if we go to, let's see, before we get into the watch list, if we look at NASDAQ on a monthly, um, even in the 2020 correction or crash, um, it was still only a 3 month. And we're not done with this month. Obviously, we just started this month, but you can see that the third month is pretty telling. So we still have a long way to go, but the third month on the 2020 crash was a um, green bar. So it's still early to tell, but that is something that we should be watching as the month progresses to see um, what the bar looks like on the monthly. Okay, let's get into some individual names. Not a whole lot. I do have DWAC. I kind of um, like what it's doing. It's respecting the 8 EMA pretty well. Can't seem to get going though, but we are kind of in this area here where I think things could get interesting if it could get above 100 on volume and break. We have Halliburton. I think this could get going. You can see what happened with Lockheed. I did trade Lockheed, but unfortunately, I sold too early. I bought this bar, and actually, what happened was, I bought. I think this. I bought in here, and I got shook out. I think on that. Yeah, I think I got shook out on this bar, and then went without me, and then I believe I day traded this bar. So I'm not saying that that's going to happen here, but it is very possible that once it breaks this 34.3, it could make that kind of move. And also, we saw it with Northrop. Crazy move. I did try to short it. Let's see. I don't know where I tried to short it. I think this right here, and I think broke even. I think Halliburton, if it can break this 34.3, we will see it go higher. I have Molina Healthcare, 326.5. I don't love this. Might not trade it, but I have it on my list. CVE, another energy name. A lot of energy is getting super extended. You can see mineral. I played this. I sold too early, no problem. I bought it here, sold here. OVV I played, sold too early. I bought here, sold on the top, well, the top of this bar. And then, yeah, so CVE might be a lagger, but if it gets going, I think it might have the chance of doing the same as the other really strong names. MPC, again, another energy name holding tight under this downtrend line, respecting the 21 EMA. I think if it gets over 775, we'll see it make some moves. VLO, same thing, energy tight, respecting this 50-day. Key level 86.9, actually 86.8. I have it 87.2. Anywhere over here, I think 87.2 would be good. And then last but not least, land. I really like this. This is kind of a low cheat. It's held over the 50 of this key level 32.14. Just broke this downtrend line on a little bit of volume, so I think it has the legs to go more. It did just do a crossover here of the EMAs. So there you have it. That's the watch list. This is my pink list. The pink list is names that aren't quite ready, but I have my eyes on. I have Bros. A lot of work to do with Bros. NEX, I think it just needs to get over the 50. RMBS, I want to see what it does. I would like it to break over 29 and then retest the 28. I'm going to see what happens. I'm thinking that this is a shakeout. If this is a shakeout, um, then I think it gets tight under here and then it can get going. If you look at the weekly, this is a new IPO. And I think that if it can get out of this area, it can go pretty good. Builder, not sure what's going to happen with that. I tried it. It didn't really work out for me. But I think that if it builds the right side, it can go. Rhine's the last one. Get another IPO. Still kind of respecting this 41 area. Had kind of two ugly bars, but we'll see if it can get tight and then make a bigger move. That's it for me. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you learned something. Hope I was able to provide some sort of entertainment. And please follow me on Instagram. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. And let's have a good trading week. Thank you.